Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a closer look at an emotional and life-changing story that began with a humble act and ended with a transformation that crossed borders and broke social barriers. This review is all about the journey of a young girl who cleaned shoes to survive and how one small gesture by a stranger led her to a new life in a new country. We're not just talking about personal growth, but about resilience, generosity, and the unpredictable power of kindness. From the outside, the environment in which this story begins is tough and unforgiving. It's a street corner bustling with pedestrians, city traffic, and the echoes of commerce. The girl, worn from days of labor, was overlooked by most who passed by. Her small shoe cleaning setup, battered by weather and time, blended into the city's noise. But even in such rough surroundings, there was a sense of structure in the way she worked, meticulous and proud. She was dressed simply, with practicality in mind, and her eyes held a quiet strength. Everything about her external reality spoke of hardship, but nothing about her spirit suggested surrender. Inside, her world was even smaller. A one-room shelter shared with her younger siblings, barely any furniture, a few pots, and a mat. Yet, that space was clean, organized, and treated with respect. It wasn't luxurious by any stretch, but it had character. Her books were stacked in the corner, showing her dedication to learning despite her circumstances. There wasn't much to describe, just the essentials, but it reflected her inner world perfectly, simple, determined, and resilient. Her performance throughout the journey was nothing short of powerful. Every day she sat under the sun, working with quiet focus, cleaning shoes faster and better than most adults. She wasn't just polishing leather, she was chasing dignity, bit by bit. She approached each task with precision, treating it not just as a job, but as a responsibility. She didn't beg. She worked. That performance, the way she turned each dollar into hope, caught the attention of someone who hadn't expected to stop that day, a college student passing through. When the student handed her a single dollar for cleaning his shoes, it seemed like a moment that would end in silence. But what she didn't know was that her work ethic, her poise, and the small notebook beside her with English words scribbled in pencil left a deep impression. That young man walked away, but he didn't forget her. Instead of forgetting, he returned, not with more shoes, but with a scholarship application. It turned out he was more than a student. He had connections with a global education fund and decided she was worthy of something more. She filled out the form with trembling hands. From that moment, her safety features in life began to change. What once was a world of unpredictability and danger shifted toward protection and structure. Through the scholarship, she was given access to a secure campus, mentors, and even housing. No longer needing to walk home in the dark, she was now surrounded by a community that supported her. She learned self-defense as part of her training, was assigned a counselor, and had access to medical checkups regularly, all the safety nets she had lived without for years. She was now in an environment where her growth was protected, nurtured, and watched over. The unique selling points of this story are not just in its feel-good nature. It's the layered truth that sometimes, the smallest jobs hold the biggest dreams. This wasn't a tale of charity, it was a tale of recognition. The girl's commitment to working hard in the face of adversity is what made her stand out. The real selling point here is the message that value doesn't come from wealth, but from worth. She didn't ask for help. She earned it. And that is what sets her apart from so many other stories. Her transformation didn't rely on a savior. It relied on being seen, on someone recognizing her spark and investing in it. It's about breaking cycles through education and faith in the unseen potential of someone who's never been given a chance before. In terms of price, this story challenges how we define cost and worth. For just $1, the student got his shoes cleaned, but what he really purchased was a moment of connection, and through that, he made an investment far beyond financial value. The scholarship that followed came with tuition, accommodation, books, food, and even travel, and all expenses covered opportunity that changed not just one life, but the trajectory of an entire family. But the emotional price the girl paid was far greater. She left her home, her siblings, and her city to chase a future that was foreign to her. She paid with courage, with late nights studying in a new language, and with the pressure to make it all worth it. But for every tear shed, there was a door opened. For every moment of doubt, there was a reward waiting. In conclusion, this story isn't just about a girl who cleaned shoes or a boy who gave her a scholarship. It's about what happens when hard work meets opportunity. It's about unseen stories on the corners of streets that we often ignore, and about how lives can pivot with a single decision. It's about the bridges we build between struggle and success. It reminds us that sometimes, we hold the power to change someone's life without even realizing it. $1. One application. One belief in someone who refuses to give up. That's the kind of story we need more of in the world. And that's why today's review isn't about objects or luxury. It's about grit, generosity, and the journey toward a better life.